Hello you guys, it's Shainamarie again. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we are going to be doing some wrist stretches. So kind of warming up those wrists, maybe relieving some soreness or tightness or pain you might be feeling. But we're gonna get started right away. So coming to your mats, we're gonna start with flicking our wrists. So just kind of flicking, making it dramatic, those fingertips out. You can maybe take your arms wide. You can feel it a little more the longer your arms get. And just keep flicking the fingers. We'll be here for a few breaths, warming up our wrists, flicking them forward, flicking them back, wherever feels nice for you right now. You may feel a little tiredness doing this, but that's okay. We're just warming them up. Take a few more breaths here, making those flicks nice and dramatic, warming your wrists up. And pulling yourself back through to a seat. I want you to bring your palms together and just press them into each other. So bring your elbows out wide and press your palms nice and deep into each other. And you feel that contact between your palms, almost like a suctioning between them. I want you to slowly just start to bring your ball of your hands apart, so the bottom of your hand by your wrist, and then slowly close it back together. Intentional movement, nice and slow. And again, pulling it apart and slowly bringing it back together, nice and slow here. Slowly pull apart, press the fingertips, and pulling back together. Really digging in as you push back. Maybe even your arms get tired from pushing so hard. That's okay. We're really warming up those wrists today. Let's take a few more of those, opening and closing it in. Keep breathing. Let's go for one more, nice and slow and intentional, open and closing, pushing together. All right, and relaxing your wrists, maybe shake them off. For our next stretch, I want you to place your left palm up towards the ceiling. Take your right hand with peace fingers and just take both those peace fingers on the edge of your pinky and lightly pull it down. And let it back up, going to the next finger, your ring finger, and pulling it down. Letting it back up. Your middle finger, slowly pulling down, nice and slow. You should feel this running all the way into your wrist. And your index finger just lightly pulling down. I don't want to see any strong grips here, just a light pull. You should be feeling this nicely. And then taking your thumb last, just pulling it off to the side and down. And slowly coming back, shake the wrists again. Second palm, flipping that right hand up. Let's take our peace fingers onto the pinky and just lightly pressing it down and towards you, dragging it towards you. And remembering, just if this hurts, remember to stop doing it, or at least ease off of whatever you may be doing. We're on our second finger now. We don't want to hurt the wrists or push them to where they shouldn't be. Middle finger pulling down. And your index finger, just a light tug here. Let that wrist open forward. And last one, your thumb, pull it lightly down. And then just flick the hands again. All right, and we're coming all the way to a tabletop pose, hands and knees. So in your tabletop here, I want you to first face your fingertips forward and feel the grip of each point of your finger on the earth. So just gripping your fingertips onto the earth. Push into the ball of your hand or the base of your fingers and just slightly start to lift your wrists off the earth, pulling them up towards you, and then slowly relaxing them back down. Let's do that again, slowly pulling the wrists up and gently pressing back down. Here, I'll turn to the side so you can see. Slowly pulling wrists up and gently pressing down, warming them up. You can start to move a little bit quicker. Just feeling that compression as you pull up and let it come down. Maybe adding a little bounce to it. Moving a little quicker. Little lighter movements. Keep pressing those wrists down. Let's take a few more breaths here, maybe moving a little bit faster. And slowly letting yourself go, coming through to a tabletop pose. Those fingertips are still pointing forward. I'll turn towards you again, and we're just gonna do a little rounding of our chest. So rounding your chest forward, maybe starting off to the left counterclockwise, and coming back down and around and then forward again, moving so slow. We don't want to move too quickly with wrists for a lot of these exercises because we could hurt them even more if they're already in pain. Keep rounding. So these are also wrist strengtheners, which is something that we don't normally focus on. Our wrists are so important and we use them so often, and they're sometimes so undernourished by us. So this is really important to consistently keep a few wrist stretches in your day-to-day so that you can avoid or at least prevent certain injuries in the future. Let's start circling to our right side, reversing our action. I'll stop talking so much. Nice and slow here, coming forward and back, rocking around in this nice deep circle. And coming back through to a table, I want you to face your fingertips out towards the sides. So your wrists, the inside of your wrists are facing each other. Fingertips straight out to the sides. We're gonna go for a rock in circles towards our left side, counterclockwise again. Just rocking in those deep circles. Taking a few breaths here. Let's go for 2 more full big circles, rocking towards our left side. Nice and slow, be patient with these. There's no reason to rush. In fact, it's not good to rush. And slowly coming back through to center, let's reverse, going to our right side. Making it as deep as you need to in these circles. I'm sure your wrists are gonna feel so amazing after this. Let's go 3 more deep circles here. Really digging in, keep rounding that chest. And last one. And slowly coming back through center. This time our wrists are turning forward. We're almost there. The inside of our wrists are turned forward this time. Again, fingertips are still gripping on the earth. You don't want to flatten your fingers on the ground. And we're just gonna rock our weight back for these. So you're just slightly picking the wrists up and then setting them back down, kind of like we did with our fingertips forward. Just lightly leaning back, picking up. These ones are really intense for a lot of people. And back down. Take a couple more breaths. And 1 more rock back, nice and slow. All right, moving along, let's face our fingertips back forward. This time we're gonna turn the tops of the hands down towards the ground, okay? So your fingertips are facing towards you. You might need to take them closer to your body. And then left hand face down. This should be a little bit difficult for some. So remember, you can always bring your knees closer and come to a seat if that feels better. And all I want you to do is feel your wrists press down and then lightly pull them away from the earth, just like we did. Just a light rock back with your body. These are probably the most intense for me, at least. Keep breathing here. Let's do a couple more rocks. And slowly come back through. Shake your wrists off. They should be a little bit sore. That's okay. They're probably not used to this. So rock, shake, 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 shake. We're gonna come to our last 2 stretches. So for our first one, I want you to come to standing and then just sink your weight down to like a squat. I know I look weird right now. Place your wrists behind your knee. So behind your knee pits. And then you can take your squat wider if you need to. And then just squat your way down, maybe coming to the balls of the feet and compressing into the wrists. So your wrists are literally tucked in between your calf and your thigh. Take a few breaths. Try to relax your hands. Maybe squeezing a little bit harder if you want a little more compression. A few breaths here. And slowly releasing, shaking those hands again. Coming back to a seat for our last stretch here. Take your middle finger and your thumb and enclose it right underneath your hand. So right above that little bone that you can feel in your wrist, and right in between that and your hand. I want you to squeeze it really tight with your thumb and your middle finger, okay? And then just roll your wrists in like nice little circles, okay? So you're compressing really, really hard with that middle finger and thumb. Take a few breaths, just feel your wrists circling. We're just releasing tension here. And then reverse your circles, going to the other side. And then second hand, shake it off. Let's enclose middle finger and thumb around that wrist, squeezing it nice and tight, taking a few circles. Keep breathing here. We're almost finished. And taking a circle back. And you can use these wrist stretches whenever. Clearly you don't need anything for them. And then just maybe pick a couple to do each day. And for the days when your wrists are a little bit more sore, maybe you need more, just going through a whole practice like this, taking time to care for them and massage them and maybe strengthen them a little. And coming back through center, shake, shake, shake. And that's it. Maybe flick a little bit. And you can set your arms down. And that's it. Those are our wrist stretches for today. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit. It's strengthened and maybe stretched out your wrists a bit. It's such an unnourished part of our bodies that we should probably care for a little bit more. So hopefully these helped you. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I also have yoga flows and HIIT workouts and tutorials. So if you're interested, check it out. Otherwise, I will see you for the next video.